Hello, it's Bodhivajra here again. I want to offer another short talk to you today. And what I want to talk about is inner resources. At the moment, many of us, most of us probably, are spending a lot of time at home because we have to, because of the virus. And we have plenty of online resources developing. We're doing meditation and Buddhism sessions on Zoom. And, this talk is an online resource. But in the end, we have to look to our own inner resources. And there's one very important resource, very valuable resource, which I'm going to mention. But before I do that, I want to use a story as an illustration. I'm just going to recount the story in brief because I want to keep this fairly concise. The story is from the Gandhavyuha Sutra, and this is an incident where the main character, Sudana, pays a visit to Stavara, who is an earth goddess. And she welcomes Sudana, saying, "Welcome to this place, to this site of enlightenment. This is a place which you have made into a very special place by your acts, by your practice, which I have witnessed. This place has been created because of your practice. Would you like to see the results of that practice?" So Sudana said, "Yes, I would." So Stavara, not sure how to pronounce that, she touches the earth with the sole of her foot, and immediately millions of bright, wonderful, sparkling jewels appear. And she says to him that these jewels have been produced. These are the fruits of his good works, the fruits of his practice. And he can use those for whatever he wants. And she says, take them and do what needs to be done. I've told that story from memory somewhat in my own words, so it may differ a little from the original text, but never mind. So the point is that Sudana has created all these marvellous things because of his practice. They are the fruits of his practice. And if we've been engaged with Dharma practice, with meditation practice for a period of time, then we will, for sure, have some fruits of practice which will become evident, or which are evident at the moment. So whether we've been practicing a short time or a long time, we will experience the fruits of practice as benefits. And one of the most important resources that we have, inner resources, is of course mindfulness. And mindfulness is both something that we do, it's mainly something that we do, but also I think if we regularly do mindfulness, then we more often have mindfulness available as a resource, an inner resource. So it is both the work of our practice to develop mindfulness, and also it's the fruit of our actions, is that we can engage with mindfulness more easily. So we need to engage with mindfulness through mindfulness of the body. That means getting to know what's happening in our body, recognizing the different elements in our body, recognizing the changing nature of our body, the impermanence of sensations in the body. And we can also notice things like things that we store in the body. We all store emotions in the body. We all store things like anxiety and fear and uncertainty. And those are things which we're having to deal with very much at this particular moment. Our anxieties and fears about the coronavirus. So getting in touch with our body means that we slow down and then we can see what our body might have to tell us. We also engage with mindfulness through noticing our feeling sensations. So that means noticing whether any things that arise in our experience, any sensations, whether they are pleasant or painful or neutral. And whatever it is that we experience, whether it's pleasant, painful or neutral, we just notice what's there. Hopefully, eventually with equanimity. Maybe not at first. Maybe we prefer some sensations to others. Of course we do. We like pleasure and we dislike pain. And then a third aspect of mindfulness is mindfulness of consciousness or of mental states or emotional states. So this means noticing how we might have reacted to those sensations, those feeling sensations or sensations in the body. We may react with aversion, dislike, or we may react with craving, attachment, desire for more. Or we may react to neutral sensations with a feeling of boredom. But again, all we have to do is notice to notice our reactions, notice our mental states, and recognise that they have just arisen in relation to these earlier sensations, and also to recognise their impermanence. They won't last. They will pass by. So all we need to do is sit with them for a while and notice their arising and notice their passing away. Recognise them perhaps as just energy which has arisen and which will pass. So these are aspects of mindfulness. They're not all the aspects of mindfulness, they're just some of them, just to give us a concise suggestion as to some of the things we can work on right now. Mindfulness is a very precious inner resource. It's something that we always have available. The catch is, though, that we have to be mindful in order to have mindfulness available to us. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? A bit catch-22 perhaps. It's so easy to forget to be mindful. But every time we remember, we wake up, great, that's a moment of mindfulness. And we come back to mindfulness of our body, our sensations, our emotions, and then there we are, mindful again. So mindfulness is never far away at all from our experience. So the more we can access that, the better, really, for our states of mind, and therefore we are in a better position to benefit the world, which is what we all want to do at the moment. We want to look after ourselves, and we want to benefit the world, bring about an alleviation of the suffering of all beings. So Sudana, by practicing, created these precious jewels, these resources. So look to your practice, find those jewels of mindfulness, and do what needs to be done. Wishing you all well.